G'day YouTube, week 2, back at the 9 Bowling Club, mixing up the club week to week. Just want to get on different surfaces if I get the opportunity. So I've come down for another roll because I want to keep the momentum going. As you can see here, it's a pretty cold day. It's been raining pretty much all day over here in New Zealand, hence why I've got the jacket on. Anyway, let's get into some more drills. I really want to explain some of my thinking in terms of what is important and what I'm working on and why I'm working on it, so that you can do a similar thing. Okay, I think that angle looks pretty good, so I'm going to just get on the mat and I'm just going to put 4 bowls down. That's just to set the tone for the video. So what I'm really working on at the moment is where I've got the weight on my right leg. Do I have it more on the toes or do I have it more flat-footed? I'm sort of feeling like in between is working for me quite well at the moment. But what I'm also doing is I'm focusing on getting my head over the top of the bowl, like this, over the top of the bowl. But I'm moving my head sideways so that my right eye is over the center of the bowl more. I feel like I'm naturally able to get my line a lot easier because I can see where the bowl's going. So I'll just chuck 4 down and then we'll continue. Okay. So that one there, I sort of stepped out afterwards. So what I mean by stepped out is I'm stepping and then I'm taking a slight step after it because my body weight is wanting to move forward. And for me, that is a natural good sign of playing well. Get over the top of the bowl, aiming out towards the line. And it's like, that's just coming at the shoot. Like, as in, it feels like the line and the weight is pretty good straight out of the shoot. Okay, all right, let's just have a little look at the result. Can you see what's going on up there? Yep. All right, let's get back to here. Down now. Okay, let's see what's going on the other end. Okay, so they're coming in to shoot good. So what I mean by that is my rhythm speed feels consistent. I'm starting to feel like already I don't have to look at the green to hit my line because it's starting to happen automatic again. And I'll show you the results. All right, now look at the line. That one there, 3rd bowl, I already knew I threw wide. One thing I really want to emphasize is that line drill that I showed you last week, where you have the CD down, what I do is I always use the CD when I'm struggling with my line, because when I'm going good with my line's automatic. Okay, and that's sort of come back a lot quicker than I thought it would. So let's play back the other way. Now what I'm doing is I'm placing the mat at the same length. So what you do is you take the jack. So when the jack is down, right, you put the mat on the back of the jack and you play the same length. And the reason why you want to do that is because every session when you're drawing, you want to play the same length so that you're consistently good at grouping. in terms of, so you can roll a jack and you can nail it, and you can nail that with 4 bowls. And then next time you come back, you play a different length. You play long length or you play short length, and it's because you want to become quite robotic at every length, so it's automatic. That's what we're trying to achieve. Okay, I'm going to get in front of it, all right, so we can actually start to look at this delivery. So if I point the camera down more, okay, right, so line, my head's down, okay, now I'm bent over, see that there, center of the chin in the center of the bowl, all right? I'm like that or I'm like that. Just depends what day. I like to sort of hold my wrist a little bit sometimes. Okay? And look at that there. See the arm in? And that's just pointing where my left foot is pointing out towards the line. Right? Alright, I'll show you again. Like that. Like that. Simple as that, eh? Head was over the top of the bowl, chin over the center of the bowl. All right, chin over the top, eye over the top of the line. Got to be conscious not to flap too much with the wing. Right, and I'm pushing out towards my line. So let's just let another 4 go, and you can see how they go. All right, let's do this. Okay, smoky. Let's have a little look at this. Okay. All right. Like, it's all right for carpet. You know, like, it feels like they're coming out great. It's going to be good to get back out on the grass outside, because the grass is easier. The carpets are full of little runs and they're quite tricky. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to set up the video, and I'm just going to pump another 4 bowls down, then I'm going to pump another 4 bowls back this way, and just show you what good rhythm looks like. This stuff needs to be automatic for you. You know, because the draw shot, you know, the draw shot needs to be automatic for you. In terms of, so you've played so much, you've played it so many times for so long, all different lengths. Have a look at the weight control. Right. That's what your weight control should look like. In terms of, so you can just fire away. You can just point the bowl where it needs to go, fire away. Because the game consists of two very important elements, which you already know about, and I don't need to really harp on too much about. And what that is it's line and length. Now, if I can train myself so that I can point out to a certain direction, forehand or backhand, because you would have seen there that I play half forehand, half backhand. So I play one side of the green always when I'm training, and that is because I'm getting the bowls out of the chute in the backhand, 4 in a row, and then bowls out of the chute, 4 in a row on the forehand, coming back the other way. We're going to do the same with runners in future videos, and we're going to do the same with driving. But what I'm getting at is that when you take the CD and you do your line drills that I showed you last week, once you've done that for 3 to 6 months solid, the line will become automatic, which means you can take the CD away. You don't need it anymore. I no longer have to I don't have to look at the spot on the green anymore. What I do is I look at the bank and I draw my line back from the bank, as in I aim my left foot at it, because I'm using the shooter stance, and I know that if I aim it at the bowl, it'll just automatically go there. Like I might pinch 1 in 10, I might pinch 1 in 8. And that's what I want to get you to, is the same thing. But what I just showed you then too is that once the line's automatic, when I'm on the mat, I'm focusing on weight. And weight comes through the rhythm speed. It's the rhythm of my body pushing the bowl, not my arm, not my shoulder. And so then you're not having to think about two things, you're thinking about one thing, because the line's automatic. Because I've had a few comments on the channel that it's like, oh, it's really hard when you're sort of focusing on your line, then you're focusing on your length and that. And what that tells me is like you haven't trained enough, in all due respect, and it's a real opportunity for you to train yourself up to get to the point where you can automatically do that. So I think that wraps it up for today. It's week 2. I feel like this is, it's really solid. It's, quite solid progress. I'm going to hit the gym tonight because I'm focusing on, doing a lot of squats and a lot of lunges and really build up the strength of my legs. I've got a few competitions coming up later in the year, so I'm going to play the club singles. I'm going to play the national singles and pairs. I'm not going to play the fours. And I'm really looking forward to that. And then I think I'm going to play the Australian Open next year, mid-year, so I want to keep the training up. I'd love to win the club singles to progress and have a crack at the champions. I'm also going to have a go at the regional singles. So I'm going to take you on that journey. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't. The emphasis of this video is that once your line is automatic, you're then focusing on weight. So the two things you need to worry about on this game, and it's more of an update and a bit of an idea as to what I'm thinking when I'm training. So Rodda, hope you like the video. Thanks.